guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for being here. I do appreciate you coming onto my channel and checking out my videos. So this week's video is going to be my top 10 wellness tips. These are really easy to follow wellness tips. Maybe you're already doing some of them. Hopefully one of these will be a new habit for you that maybe you can now add to your routine. I hope you find this video helpful. Let's just get right into it. So herbs and spices are my very first thing. We can incorporate this in our meals, we can drink teas. There are just so many ways of incorporating these different items. So I'm just showing you ginger and turmeric, which the turmeric I use for cooking. I know you can do turmeric lattes and things like that, but I really enjoy adding it a little bit to my food. And then herbs, the same thing. I add it to my food and my salads, and it's an easy way of incorporating it in my diet. And these are anti-inflammatory foods. They're antioxidants and anti-cancer foods as well. And of course, they're mood balancing, a lot of them. So you want to incorporate these items in your diet. And there are just so many easy ways to incorporate it when you add it in food, I find. So now I am showing you guys a diffuser. So diffusing essential oils into the air, there are many different reasons for doing this. Basically, it's very calming and it promotes sleep. Like if you're putting lavender at nighttime, it's very calming and soothing in your room or wherever you're putting it. You can have different ones throughout the house. You know, some people like to put a certain essential oil and diffuse it once they get home from work. It kind of gets them used to, you know, relaxing and getting into that zone of, you know, calming down after a long day's work. So I enjoy using essential oils because it immediately changes your mood once you start smelling, you know, whether it's lavender or peppermint or orange. I'm showing you a sleep essential oil that's kind of a mixture of different things, and it helps calm you down, and I find it is a great stress relief. So I buy all my essential oils from either Home Sense or the Natural Health Store, but you can even find them on Amazon, I believe. So my next tip is including berries in your diet. This is very basic, but we forget that we need to add a variety of berries to our diet in order to be at our healthiest state. You know, berries are just like a powerhouse. They have vitamin C, they're immune boosting, you know, they're antioxidants. It's good for your brain health, your digestion. These have fiber in it, which you always want to incorporate as much fiber in your diet as possible. So it's easy to incorporate berries in our diet because we can add it to smoothies, we can add it to our oatmeal. It's just super easy. You can eat them on their own. And I know a lot of people say, well, berries are very expensive. I say the same thing. I'm always trying to save money. So we can buy them frozen and it's not a big deal. You can still use them in smoothies. You can still use them in oatmeal. And you can even eat them on their own, even when they're defrosted. So it's not a big deal, and you don't have to spend as much money as you think. So with my oatmeal, I'm also adding cinnamon because cinnamon, again, is very healthy to incorporate in our diet. They also say that it helps with weight maintenance as well. I don't know if that's true. I haven't done any research on that, but I know that there's other benefits of cinnamon. So I also add that onto my oatmeal. So I've got the berries and the cinnamon. So I added houseplants as one of my wellness tips because I've never enjoyed plants until a couple of years ago. You know, I always thought I'm just not a plant person. And then, I don't know, it just kind of started with a few small plants, and I actually started to really enjoy them, and I loved to see them grow and, you know, planting them in bigger planters once they were outgrowing their small pots, and I just found that it was very enjoyable. And then I wanted to research more plants and see, you know, what are the benefits of having plants in your home. So I found that apparently there are many, many different types of plants that are air purifiers. So people have them throughout their house because of that. They're actually mood enhancing and they help with creativity. They've done all these studies where, people have these different types of plants in their environment and they're actually more creative and more productive and their moods are more positive because they have plants in their house. And I would never believe this if, you told me this years ago, but I find that this is absolutely true in my own life. So as you can see, I have quite a few plants and it's kind of getting out of control now. I have more plants than I have space for, basically. So I'm going to have to think outside the box, and let me know in the comments below how you store your plants. Do you do like shelves on the wall? How do you store your plants? Because I don't want to get rid of them. I want to continue being this crazy plant lady that I am. So I would love to hear some of your plant storage tips, but yeah, definitely plants are very important. And we want those air purifiers in the house because even when we're trying to be as careful as possible, there's still a lot of toxins in our homes. So I've added do something you love daily. So whatever it is, try to incorporate it in your day and that will change your whole mood and your whole day right off the bat. So like I'm just showing a cup of coffee. For me, I still need my coffee, or I drink Dandy Blend, which is a coffee alternative. And I enjoy having that, and I like to read books. Most of my reading is done on the subway to and from work. And I find that relaxes me once I'm done a very long day of work. I like having a physical book and reading it on the subway, but at home I'm going to enjoy a coffee and reading, and it just gives me that alone time, that quiet time, and I'm kind of recharged. So whatever it is that you enjoy doing, try to incorporate it, even if it's just for 10 minutes out of your day. It's really important. I like to look at recipe books sometimes for inspiration, and it's just whatever it is that you enjoy. Try your best, even if it's for a few minutes. Try to incorporate that in your day. I also like to have a gratitude journal, which I find is very important, and I reflect on 3 things very quickly in the morning, 3 things that I'm grateful for, and that also changes the way I'm thinking and puts me in a positive zone, I guess, for the day. And then it's nice to have a book that you can kind of journal in as well. A lot of people find journaling very positive in their lives because they can basically jot down all the things that are, causing them anxiety or stress, and getting it out on paper helps them a lot. Some people like scripting about what they are wanting for the future, and that helps them. So definitely a journal is a great idea. So setting goals, I like to do monthly goals, and I like to jot them down in a journal or a calendar, and that way I can keep track of it. Whatever your goal is, if it is to, make sure you're getting enough water in, if your goal is to be active, a certain amount of days a week, whatever it is, I feel like if you visually see it on a calendar, you're probably going to actually achieve it. I like to do monthly goals as well because it's not so overwhelming. You have the whole month to accomplish this, and more likely than not, you are going to be able to do it. Whether it is cooking more at home and trying to find recipes and, really making a good effort towards that, whether it's, keeping track of your exercise because you have certain goals that you want to attain, I feel like monthly goals are actually easier to accomplish. So try implementing these monthly goals instead of tackling so many things at the same time and every day putting all these things on your schedule. Just pick one thing, maybe 2 things, and just tackle that for the whole month. Try incorporating any kind of veggies and fruit in your diet, even if it's one simple salad a day or incorporating it in a smoothie. It's going to make such a difference. You're lowering your risk of type 2 diabetes, you're lowering your risk of heart disease. These are very, very important things that we need to address and always keep in mind. So, we're looking at alkalizing the body, making it a environment where it's thriving and disease can't grow. We're not perfect, our diet is not perfect, our environment definitely is not perfect, but anything we can do in order to bring us closer to a healthier state, and simple things like this, incorporating more veggies and fruit in your diet in any way possible, it's such an easy way of protecting us against disease. So we all know we need exercise. We all know we have to stay active in order to be living a vital life. But it's really hard sometimes. I get it. There's no time, but there's usually time for even a quick walk. Studies have shown that just simple walking have made a tremendous difference in people's overall health. So if you can get out and walk, and being out in nature also helps as well. It clears our mind. It's just amazing how it can de-stress you. People are typically happier, they have less anxiety, and there's different ways you can incorporate an active lifestyle. Like I said, we can just do a simple walk. You see stairs and an escalator. Choose the stairs instead of the escalator. You're in a parking lot, park a little bit further and walk a little bit extra. These are simple ways of staying active. So here I'm using Aromatherapy in my roll-on bottles because this is an instant pick-me-up for me. Aromatherapy is a holistic healing treatment and it uses plants and extracts to promote health and well-being. I love these blends because they already have the carrier oil, so it's safe for your skin, and it also has a combination of different essential oils. So a lot of people use it to de-stress. A lot of people use certain scents to actually energize themselves. It depends on what your needs are, but I'm sure you can find something that will suit you, and I absolutely love them. And then people always comment of how good they smell as well. So I saved cooking at home for last because to me, that is the most important thing. If we are eating out constantly, we're eating chemicals, we're eating loads of oil, we're having a really high fat diet that is not healthy for anybody, and we're going back to keeping our body in a healthy state so that we are not promoting disease. Well, cooking at home is going to decrease that, chance of you getting very sick, because you can add a lot more fruits and vegetables in your diet. You're decreasing all the extra oil because you are in control of how you're cooking. I use broth or water to saute my vegetables. I don't use oil. You will not even notice it. You will not taste the difference. I use salt-free seasonings because I basically have a very low salt diet. But I mean, that's up to the individual. You can still have salt in your diet, just be mindful of not incorporating too much of it. But when you're eating out, all the food is loaded with way more salt than we could possibly need in our diet. So control what you're eating at home. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope that this was useful for you in some way. Let me know in the comments below what types of videos you'd like to see, and I can get working on those. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing if you like health and wellness videos and if you like easy recipes, because I'm all about the easy, quick recipes that are healthy for us, but will not take a million years to prepare, because who's got time for that? I know I don't. Thanks again for watching, and thanks again to all the new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you.